Here is the travel plans I tried to do. 11 June. My question is when do you arrive to Stockholm so we know when to take the ferry. Uh, on Grinda, you have the North ferry stop, which is there, and I guess you live at a hotel that is down here. It's not take 500 meters, something like that. And here is the South ferry stop. On Google Map, now I run it in Swedish, I don't know how to get it in English, you can see that they have the ferry lines here. So then you can click on it and say directions. And in your case, I guess you will start at Strömkajen. So then you get how it is moving, and the next boat is 14:45 now. I can say I would like to go on your date, which is 11 July. And my understanding is that Google Map is correct nearly every time. I double check with people with other ferry tables as well. So, but here you have, then it says it's the boat line 11. Sorry, and that's the yellow one. So then you arrive at Grinda, and Grinda then depends how much luggage you have and so on. The really good streets you can walk with. It's like this. This is the street. Here is the ferry stop. Down here. I don't know why they. And then you walk a big street like this. Back again. Depends when this was taken. Here, I guess this is older pictures, but here is the path walking the Stockholm Archipelago Trail. It's up here. I did some stuff myself. See if I can find it. No. So this is maybe pictures I have uploaded. So here is Stockholm, and the ferry goes to Grinda. And if we are lucky, we will see some pictures from here. So this is down where the boat is arriving. This is a windshield, this is a map, and I think here is the trail. So the trail looks like that. Maybe this is some picture I took by you. So it looks like that. So if you have a lot of luggage, you maybe need to leave the luggage, but it's really easy to walk. The interesting thing I think is walking the north path here, which is a little bit more, what do you say in English, hilly. So here is the path then. And this is also a picture I took. But it's, that's me. But it's beautiful to walk here. I think I've been out in the archipelago a lot, but not in this part of the archipelago. But this is the one island where I was most surprised. So that's me 1 year younger. It was in September 25. Uh, so that's Grinda. And as said, here is the, if you live at the värdshus, you can have different locations where you live. So let me know where you live. And if you either you walk this big street here, I think is the, no, that is the way to värdshus. So it's rather, no, I'm just confusing you. Oh, it's my pictures are bad here. We can see it looks like here is the, it's a big house. And next stop for you is Svartsjö, so it's not far away. But then, as always, how do we go from there to up here? And I guess you are living at Svartsjö Skärgårdshotel. You can also camp here. It's I don't know what you call it in English, but you are allowed to camp because it's not a nature reserve. On Grinda, you need to camp at the dedicated place up here, Teltplats camping site. So then, if we say that we are at Soft Grinda, and then you do the same, that you say that you will go from Soft Grinda, or from Grinda we can say. From the Grinda värdshus, and then we go to Svartsjö Skärgårdshotel, the hotel of Svartsjö, or hostel. You have the two different possibilities. So that's a rather short trip. No, it's not. This one goes up here, but you see, it's one line, number 12. Here it's number 13. It goes from the south. This one goes maybe from the north. And the one I recommended was from the north at 10 o'clock, and then it take 3/4. And when you arrive here, it's just this short walk. So here is the hotel. I think it's the same on this island, that you can camp everywhere. It's not a nature reserve. The next days you go to Ingmarso, and I think if you live, you can live on the bed and breakfast hotel. Never been there, but they have. Also, what you should know about Svartsjö is that they have a good restaurant, which I like. It's called Bistro Sågen. It's a little bit crazy looking, but they have good food and worth a visit. A lot of the locals go there and eat. You have a more expensive one down here, Svartsjö Krog. It's more fine dining, I think. So next day then, go from Svartsjö Skärgårdshotel to Ingmarso bed and breakfast. And then you need to say the correct date. Svartsjö to Ingmarso the 14th. And then, and if you do it, you will have it in your language, which I assume is English. So then walk 100 meter to Norra Svartsjö, and then it's just 2 ferry stops. So you can see here that it goes to Äpplarö and down here, and then it's a walk about 1 kilometer. It's not far away. I think you can walk like this also. Yeah, you can walk this street. And then you have the walking path. And if you're a good walker, you can walk over here, and then you can take a rowboat like this. So I think this is a picture of me. So this, you go with the rowboat over to the other side, take the rowboat which is on that side and row it back here, and then you row over here. So you always has one rowboat at every side. And then you are at Finham, which is really nice. So what me and my girlfriend did was that we slept in a tent on the campsite, walked around on Finham one day. Next day we walked down here, take the rowboat and walked down to Ingmarso, took a boat over to Svartso, went eating on bistro Sågen, walked up to the North Ferry and took the boat back home to Finland. So that's possible when it's season and a lot of boats, which you will also have. So there is some possibility to make it more or less adventurous. Ingmarsö, really lots of streets walking on the left part, but on the east side is very good, and then you have also the rowboat. Back to Stockholm, I had the question is, when do you need to arrive back in Stockholm, and from where is the ferry leaving? So I added then go from Ingmarsö. See if I can do it in a so here I say go from Ingmarsö bed and breakfast and go to Stockholm. What they did now is that you have something called the Vaxholms ferries. So this is Vaxholm ferry. So they suggested then go to Gällnö, change boat, and that's another ferry company called Strömma. I think you can book this. Normally you don't have to book, but it could be a lot of people when we have our special holidays. But be early, so that's no problem. So you see every ferry stop it stops at, and then it comes down to this location. Another possibility it had was going that one, which is starting 12:47 and 3:31 at Strömkajen. So one boat is Strömkajen, and the other one was over here. And if you're going to Finland, I think one of the ferries goes from here and another one goes from here. So you need to understand which ferry you will take to Finland and how early you need to be. So here you can see down in the right corner is the ferry harbor for Finland. And that's also a museum. I don't know what you can see over here. So that's one way to do it. And I suggest use Google Maps, speak with people. We also have, I will do another check because to see. So this was done with Google, and they are 99% correct. When I did the whole trail, I used Google Map and also double checked. But we can see here that when you have also timetables in paper, and they are extremely difficult to understand. So this is line 12. Strömkajen is where I told you to start. Then you have to understand which boat you will take. You need to understand the notes, J, G, and that means you have to read somewhere. Oops. Down here you have it in Swedish. So this is the J says it's just between 22 June and 16 August. So this is not interesting. J means it can take more luggage and so on. Nothing for you to care about. And then you have also more notes if you have to call them before and so on. But Grinda is a big harbor ferry stop, so it's always stop over there, and you can see it's this is not Grinda. Cool. There we have South Grinda from Ströjkammaren, South Södra Grinda. So it's the South Grinda, and then you can see that that one 15 will stop 1650 at Grinda. So to understand those timetables, you need to have some kind of master in ferry boats. And back you can see that you can take from, then we speak about Ingmarso. But this is just line number 12. So Svartso to Ingmarso. Svartso to Ingmarso is line 12. Norra Svartso, North Svartso to... No. Here we have North Ingmarso. And here we have Norra Svartso. So then that line will take it, and then we have to understand it's not that direction, it should be the other direction around. So maybe it's 12A. If this is not confusing, I don't know what's confusing. But here you can see that 10:55, 11:30, it will go and has no notes. So that's Saxaren. Yes, it says here, it's on Saturdays. And here it says Monday to Thursday. Here it says Friday. So, but don't care about this. Look into the Google Map table is my advice. You also have an app from SL, and that's the Stockholm local. And here you can also say that I would like to go to Stömkajen. Don't know if they support Grinda. Then you have north, south, so then south. I don't know how they, and then you say when you would like to go, and then you say the date you had, which was July 12. And then do search, and then we can maybe start earlier. So this is the one we trust the most, but it's the user interface is not good. So here you have at 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:45. And they tell you to go there. It says if it's a restaurant, it's Wi-Fi. You can buy food on the boat and so on. It's a 200 people boat, but you can buy food and beer and wine. It's nice to see the Swedish archipelago. I hope this is a good start. Let me know if you have more